Have you ever wondered what it would be like to go from just using AI to actually building one yourself? Well, today we're going to do just that. We're going to build a personal AI assistant right from scratch. And believe it or not, all we're going to need is a simple notebook. I mean, really think about that for a second. An AI that understands your data, that automates your specific workflow, and is built just for you. This isn't some far-off sci-fi concept anymore. This is exactly what we're about to put together right here, right now. So, why is this such a big deal? Having your own large language model, or LLM, just running in a notebook, it's a total game changer. Let's dig into what this really unlocks for you. The payoff here is just massive. We're talking about automating all that tedious stuff. Research, sifting through data, writing summaries. That alone can save you hundreds of hours. But honestly, the real secret sauce, it's the customization. You're not just using a generic tool. You're building an AI that thinks the way you need it to think.
All right, so to build our AI, we first need to get our toolkit ready. And don't worry, this is way simpler than it sounds. The best part? It's all completely free.
It really just boils down to two main steps. First, we need to set up our digital workshop. That's the environment where our AI is going to live. And then we'll install the essential parts, the brains of the operation, that will let it think and learn. For our little workshop, we're going to use Google Colab. It's free, it's in the cloud, no setup required, it's pretty much perfect. You just go to the website, click New Notebook, and here's the pro tip. Make sure you select the GPU runtime. That's what gives your AI the horsepower it needs to run way, way faster. Okay, our workshop is all set up. Now it's time to bring in the heavy machinery. We're going to install the core libraries. This is the software that's going to be the actual engine for our AI. These three right here, they're basically the industry standard. The easiest way to think about it is this. Transformers is the main engine of your car. Torch is like the high-octane fuel that powers all the deep learning. And datasets is the tool that lets you load in all the data your AI needs to learn. Engine, fuel, and data loader. That's the whole setup. So our toolkit is assembled, the environment is ready to go, and now we get to the really fun part. It is time to switch on our first large language model and bring this thing to life. Now, we're not about to train a model from absolute zero. That would take months, not to mention a crazy amount of computing power. Nope, we're going to work smarter. We're using what's called a pre-trained model, in this case, GPT-2. It's kind of like hiring a brilliant college grad who already knows a ton, and we just have to teach them the specialized skills for our job. It saves us a ridiculous amount of time. Okay, the very first line of code is super simple. All we're doing here is telling our notebook, hey, go grab these specific tools we need from that Transformers library we just installed. This line brings in the model itself and something called a tokenizer, which is what lets it understand human language. These next two lines, this is where the magic really happens. That first line you see loads the tokenizer for GPT-2. Think of that as the AI's language processing unit. And the second line, that loads the actual pre-trained model. That's the brain of our entire operation. And now, we just talk to it. We give it its very first command, its first prompt. This is that moment of truth where we see what our new creation can do right out of the box. And boom, it works. Just like that, your AI is alive and kicking, generating text right there inside your notebook. You've just built and activated a foundational LLM. I mean, how cool is that? It really shows you just how accessible this stuff has become. So having a working model is an awesome first step, but trust me, it is just the beginning. Now let's talk about how we can build on this foundation to unlock its true potential. From this point, the possibilities just explode. You can start fine-tuning the model with your own emails, your own documents, your own research, and turn it into an expert in your world. You can connect it to other tools to automate tasks in real time, or even deploy it as the engine for your own app or website. So why would you bother with all that extra work? Well, because custom fine-tuning isn't just a little tweak. We're talking about improving the accuracy and relevance of what your AI produces by a massive 30 to 50%. That is the difference between a generic chatbot and a true personal AI assistant. So there you have it. In just a few simple steps, you've spun up a powerful AI right inside a notebook. The foundation is there, the engine is running, and all of its potential is just sitting there, waiting for you to unlock it. So the only real question left is, what are you going to teach it first?